of a winter getaway? Head over to our contest page and enter for your chance to win a trip for two to Ballard's Resort, including lodging for 2 days of angling and meals, all thanks to Mom's Landscaping and Design. That's KFAN.com. Keyword contest to enter today.
Progrum Password's the name of the game, and as Tenneby mentioned going into the break, it's a double up right now.
Man, we got our work cut out for us.
Doc Donaldson and I, we got 22 points. Room 222, catch 222, and then we're at 40 Vic's Formula for you guys. Vic's Formula 44 for Carly and Cove, and we got our work cut out for us, my boy.
Yes, we do. But we got them right where we want them.
Yeah, well, it's been said before, and it never works out.
It's the most dangerous lead and password.
I like that.
Yeah.
So Vic's got me thinking of NyQuil. Since you put down the bottle back in the day, do you ever take NyQuil?
I have. I don't look at that as really being.
No, it's not the same. I'm just curious because that is my favorite drug on the planet.
Like 3 bottles,
I know you're not a church guy, but when I go to communion,
sure,
they have wine or the grape juice. I go, why not? I mean, it's a thimbleful.
Give me 7.
Just a little taste.
So take a little taste.
I should do a thimble of NyQuil about 5:30 every morning.
There's nothing wrong with that. No, just be careful though.
The NyQuil hangovers are a challenge, though. It's great for
Worth it.
8 hours, but
Worth it.
Oh, it's the best.
Okay, is that mine?
Oh, that's right.
it sounds like it looks
Hand it
like
over.
Donaldson has a little bit of a baby hangover because his performance has not been the same what we're used to. Donaldson and Common down 44-22 to Corey and Carly. As always, you can watch the second half of Program Password right now at KFAN.com/watch. If you miss it live, you can also watch it on the KFAN YouTube channel anytime you want. Carly and Common, I need you two to take a look at the iPad, please. The password is gold. All right, Common, here's your layup to begin the second half. You're down 22. You have the option. You want to go first or second? You have 5 seconds.
I'll go first.
All right, Common and Donaldson for 10.
Silver
spoon?
Maybe for you.
I should have known
That's
that.
why I thought he gave me that clue.
Yeah.
Carly and Corey for 9.
Member.
Gold.
Yeah, I knew it was gold after I
Gold
said spoon.
member.
I should have known. Your inflection was perfect.
Your inflection was.
Silver spoon.
Should I not have gone first?
Text.
Yeah, it was one of those.
No, it was
I
perfect.
wanted-
that was-
I should have got
I
that.
would've
I
said
blame it on the
gold.
lack of sleep.
Ryan's lost his edge.
Yeah, let's go. We're
Silver
back.
spoon.
Can't make that up.
Thought he was catering to his partner.
Which is smart play. That would have made sense.
So that probably was a bad clue on my point, knowing that's what you were going to say.
Yeah.
Corey and Carly lead 53-22 over Common and Doc Donaldson. Corey and Donaldson, take a look at the iPad. The password is badge. All right, Donaldson, time to wake up a little bit. Let's go. You're down 29. The option is yours. You want to go first or second?
I'm going second. Oh,
All right.
Corey's confident.
Corey and Carly for 10.
Merit.
Award.
Donaldson and Common for 9.
Sheriff.
Badge.
Yes.
I knew it.
Very
I
good.
knew it.
Great guess.
It was a guess.
Great guess.
Well, because I didn't think I was merit badge, and I didn't think that was it, but I just said it. But there is merit badge. So.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
But I just threw badge
fine.
out.
We got it.
Just
Great job.
I got lucky.
We're back.
Wow.
All right, 53-31. Corey and Carly still with that lead. Carly and Common, take a look at the iPad. The password is Spike. Common, you're down 22. The option is yours. What do you want to do here, first or second?
I'm going to go second.
Dang it.
Whoops.
Carly and Corey for 10. 5 seconds.
Sherp.
Blade.
Common and Donaldson for 9.
Railroad.
Track.
Carly and Corey for 8.
Metal.
Steak. No, you would have said something else.
Common and Donaldson for 7.
Nail.
Tie.
Carly and Corey for 6.
Football.
Spike.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
I was thinking,
Perfect clue.
why didn't I think of spike? Why did I think of railroad tie instead of spike?
Because you're a dad
How do I
who
say
doesn't
steak?
sleep.
Of course it's a spike.
Director.
What am I doing?
Lee. But see, that would
Yeah.
take too hard to get to.
It's a tough
I was
one.
wondering if you guys are going to go volleyball route at all for Spike. 59-31. Corey and Carly are 21 points
Sorry,
away
Common.
from a
You don't have to be
victory.
sorry. That wasn't very good clues.
Corey
Not very good.
Cove and Ryan Donaldson. Take a look at the
I'm
iPad.
beginning to actually think what we should do is, I think there's one host at the radio station he'll step out for an entire segment. Maybe I should just step out of program password the entire
That'd be
time.
hard for you to do, too, to just give away.
Right. It just,
You're such a
I just don't
worker,
play.
yeah.
You bring in Lil B and 3 people, and I'm just not
We've
here.
done that for the tournament before.
And I think we probably
you
should.
do great.
I'm terrible at
No,
it.
you do great.
We'll
Common,
bring you
some
back
of us-
in.
Some of us have to stay here and work. Not all of us were born with silver spoons.
Silver spoons, yeah.
And I'm the LVP right now, not you.
All right, 59-31. Corey and Carly with the lead. Corey Cove and Ryan Donaldson. Take a look at the iPad. The password is stress. All right, Donaldson, you're down 28. It's time to begin the comeback now. You have the option. What do you want to do here, first or second?
I'll go first.
All right, Donaldson and Common for 10.
Anxiety.
Attack.
Corey and Carly for 9.
Tension.
Stress.
I knew it was stress after I said attack. Why would I say attack?
It was not a bad,
why would I
bad
say
guess.
that? Why wouldn't I just say
Wasn't a great one
stress?
because I knew it.
Why wouldn't I just say stress?
It's okay. We're
I'm
still
stressed
alive.
out by this game, is what it is.
What's the score?
It is 68-31.
Oh, boy.
Corey and Carly are 12 points away from a win.
Yeah, we are.
We got it.
Carly and Common.
Right?
Yes.
He's emotional.
He's stressed. Take a look at the iPad, please. The password is extreme. All right, Common, you're going to have the option for a while here. You're down 37 points. What do you want to do here? You want to go first or second?
I'm going to go second.
All right, Carly and Corey for 10.
Volatile.
Wild.
It's a bad clue.
Common and Donaldson for 9. Five seconds.
Volatile. I couldn't think of a word. I had one
Sorry.
in my head.
Wow.
But I
Do it
couldn't
again.
think
Can
of
I
it.
still guess?
Yeah, go.
Chaos?
Sorry, I just hit the wrong button.
Okay.
Carly and Corey for 8.
Sports.
Extreme.
Yes, you got it.
I couldn't think of another clue for it. How did you do that?
I told you he's the best at guessing.
Corey is really good at
How
this.
did you do that, Core?
So I left the headphones up just a little bit so I could hear the clue.
Yeah.
And then I
don't
acted
even
like
feel
I
bad
didn't
about
know.
losing
What is it?
anymore.
Fighting extreme? What is that?
Extreme
MMA,
sports?
Extreme
I would
sports.
consider like racing.
Oh.
Like
BMX.
Never
Yeah.
would have thought of extreme after that. Good job.
Good one, Carl.
Corey's good at this.
Here's where we're at. Corey and Carly, you have 76 points. Any
What a
correct
team.
answer,
What
and
a
you are
team.
winners.
Oh, boy.
Common and Ryan, you are at 31. You need to reel off like 5 10-pointers in a row,
We got to get to 215.
which can be done. Corey and Donaldson, take a look at the iPad. The password is think. All right, Donaldson. Start the comeback now. You have the option. You want to go first or
Stop with
second?
the comeback stuff. You know it's over. Everybody knows it's over.
I'm trying to keep the listeners hanging on.
Everybody knows it's over.
Don't hang on, listeners. You never know.
I'll go first.
All right, Donaldson and Common for 10.
Ideate.
Corey and Carly for 9 and the win.
Ponder.
Think.
Yes.
Much better.
I was going to say think. I should have said think. I really was.
I was going to say thunk.
Is this the greatest team that
has
has
to
ever
be.
existed?
It has to be.
It has to be.
We do a rematch?
We have uniforms. We crushed you guys.
Your name sounds similar.
How did you win a tournament?
I don't know.
How's that even possible?
Must have been my partner. Thank you,
Wow.
Guardsy and Creasel.
I think you got to chalk this one up to the baby, right?
Yeah, 100%.
This is the baby hangover.
No, okay. Or give us credit for being that great.
We're trying to be humble, Carly.
No, we're not.
We can,
I don't wanna-
we can
I
celebrate
am
down in
not
the
going to be
hall.
humble.
You can all say it. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, Common.
You can say I'm just terrible. I'm not any good at the game. I don't care. I know that.
Your record's very solid.
Yeah,
Almost
2
500.
games.
Are you
under
losing
500.
interest?
No,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
losing my mind because I can't.
Think.
I should have said think. Yes. When you said
ideate.
I should have said think. And I was going to say think, but I just froze.
You didn't even give an answer.
Say anything.
I
I
would've-
think it was a
Shoot.
fast 5 seconds.
I would have said think.
Yeah, was that a regulation buzzer? Can we
Well,
challenge
I mean,
that?
I know it.
I play the same timer every time.
There was like about a 10, 12
There
second
was a
one.
long time.
That was an awful
yeah.
long. Isn't that funny how you get people
Isn't
10,
that
12?
funny?
And I
She
get-
can't-
I
she can't
get
even give me
like-
tickets.
I get like 4.5 seconds.
You have to give women a little extra time
course
because
we
we're a
do.
little less.
Because I was going to say think, but I just didn't.
I believe
think
you.
To say, I was. I mean,
Yeah.
and
I was
didn't-
thinking like your
but-
bet, think, thank, thunk.
But I didn't think right. I didn't think was the right answer, so I didn't say it. 'Cause I'm
Next
like,
time,
can't
just
be-
think it through and
Yeah,
you'll get it.
I thought ideate there must be some kid's word that I'm supposed to get. Some I don't know.
That was like a big buzzword, ideating here when I was like my last like month here. So I thought maybe you'd hang on to that, but
Yeah, they don't
it was
include
a
us in those.
stretch.
I love
That was a
winning.
stretch.
Everybody here refuses to use the word brainstorming,
Yeah.
so you have to say ideate or
Yeah.
you're stuck in 1996.
Yeah.
So you guys want to go brainstorm? No.
mean ideate?
You mean ideate?
I know what your weekend is
ideate.
going to consist of, Doc Donaldson. You're going to be washing dishes and baby clothes, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Cleaning bottles.
Carly, what are you going to do?
I'm actually going to go to Nashville.
Really? You're going to the
Very
game?
last
Lucky.
minute. I'm going to go to the game. Yeah.
Nice.
And Corey, you're
fun.
going to Rockwood's Comedy Club tonight to watch Meat Sauce and I, right?
No, I'm going to my basement to watch poker on Poker Go. It's an app that runs 24 hours poker, basically, and I'll see you guys Monday morning.
Very good.
And
And I'm
That's
walking
so
in
close to-
Fashion Fest tonight.
Are you?
So is
Yes.
Tommy Olsen. Tommy's very
We're
excited
so
about it.
excited.
Who's excited about everything?
Will be shorter.
Let me ask you a question. You know Tommy very well, Corey.
I know him too well, unfortunately.
Do you think he can come up with 5 minutes of stand up that would be funny? Because I've invited Sauce. Thought it was. He goes, really? You invited him? I said, yeah. Because
He was a part of the
didn't
Power
he?
Trip
He was
comedy
part of the-
show.
could he sell tickets? Would people come to see him?
He has enough
Because if he
friends.
can sell tickets, I'd like to put him on the bill tonight.
All you have to do is tell him that he'll tell all of his off-air stories right in front of the crowds.
Didn't he do 5 minutes at the Power Trip comedy event
Yeah,
that one
he
time?
It did include just throwing 2 beers up in the air, basically.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He did do that. Let me ideate on this and get back to you.
I
I'm not
appreciate that.
sure.
Now what do you think?
No
That's
one
what I should have
brings the
said.
energy more than him. If you need somebody
Yeah,
just to
well, that's what I
inject
like.
5 minutes of pure, insanity,
No,
then
what-
sure, he's the guy.
What we need is somebody to sell an extra 25 or 30 tickets. That's what we need.
He has so many friends.
That's what I
He
figure.
definitely can have 25 friends buy
That's
tickets.
what I figure.
There you go. That's a built-in audience.
Carly, thanks so much for coming
Thank
in.
you,
It's
guys. I
delightful
love
as
it.
Always,
Always
Corey.
the best.
And Doc Donaldson, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming in to the three of you. We'll take a break. That's program password for this week. Back after this. Tenneby's got a keyword for us, though, to try to put $1,000 in your hand.
I do, yes. The Fan and 2 men in a junk truck want to give you a shot to put $1,000 in your hand with our national cash contest. Just enter the keyword money at KFAN.com right now for your shot to win. The keyword is money. Enter now at KFAN.com.
Incredible. I have one Dark Star Memorial for you today. It says, Common, my father and my kids' abuelo. Abuelo means grandfather. I'm told. My father and my kid's abuelo, Jorge Restrepo, passed away October 28th after a 2-year bout with pancreatic cancer. He tackled this stubborn disease the same way he went about his life, head on and with extreme optimism. He immigrated from Colombia in 1970 to pursue the American dream, which consisted of attending the U of M, 46-year marriage to his wife, Mary, where they were blessed with 4 children, Andrew, Nicholas, Christina, who passed away July 2023, and made an appearance on this segment, and Gabriel. Furthermore, he owned a painting contractor business for 42 years where he employed, and he wants me to do it this way, hundreds and hundreds of Hispanics that had the same hopes and dreams he did. You could always find Jorge supporting his 8 grandchildren at any number of sporting events, cheering them on in a Spanish accent, yelling, hustle, shoot, let's go, vamos, and everyone's favorite, hold the line. He came to love American sports the same, if not more, than the beautiful game of football. There will definitely be a void at the next sporting event, but the grandkids know you're with them and encouraging them to do their best. The Vikes, we were all saddened you will not get to see them win the big game this season. Optimistic? Maybe, but you wouldn't believe any different even after 54 years of disappointment. Please enjoy the parade with Christina while dranking a Michelob Golden Light in heaven. Dark, tell them we're doing great and we'll continue to live out their legacies. The Restrepo name and the Colombian passion are in good hands. Te amo, Papa, your baby. Tio, Gabby, you're a good man, Common. Thank you. And that's our Dark Star Memorial for today, my favorite part of the week. For 2 reasons. We love honoring those that have come before us and have gone to the great beyond. And then it means the next segment's the Victory Formation segment, which means it's about to be the end of the show. So we talked about Wild a little bit earlier. What's next for the Wild? Now they win last night. Gus gets his first shutout of the year. They beat the Habs 3-0. They're now, are they 11-2-3? Is that their record now?
Yes.
What's next?
Second best points percentage in the NHL right now.
Okay.
Now, they just went through what I would consider a very soft part of the schedule.
Okay.
4 games against 4 teams that are amongst the worst in the NHL in San Jose, Anaheim, Chicago, and then last night they took on Montreal. Went 3-4 during that stretch. It does get a little more challenging now, and looks like they're going to be unhealthy as they go into that challenging part. So I'm not expecting the 10-2-3 run they've been on here to hold up here over the next couple of weeks. But we got Kirill Kaprizov. He's the best player in the NHL, and Matt Boldy's an emerging superstar, so it doesn't matter who's hurt and who we're playing against.
And we also have, we don't have his name here anymore. We got to replace the Halloween music with, who was our other guy that we had the pronunciation for, the other wild player? Husnadinov.
Marat Husnadinov.
How is he doing?
He's fine. He's not here to score goals. He's just here to be a bottom 6 center who's got speed and can win faceoffs and kill some penalties for you.
Hustadina.
So in that regard, he's fine.
Okay.
But they host what's been kind of their kryptonite over the last couple of years, the Dallas Stars, tomorrow night at XL Center. We have not done very well against them over the last 2-3 seasons.
And hardcore hockey fans in the States.
And they're good.
Hardcore hockey fans in the States still hate the Dallas Stars, right?
And you know, if the season ended today, you know who we'd play in the first round of the playoffs?
The Dallas Stars.
The Dallas Stars.
I've tried to talk, and maybe this won't. I mean, I was a North Star fan. I mean, I was around. This is how old I. You know, tend to be back in the day. I saw the North Stars when they were an expansion franchise. They came into the league. I think it was 1967. There were only 6 teams in the. I don't even know how they had a league then. How do you have a league with 6 teams playing the same club?
PWHL did that.
I know, but I still can't believe you can do it because you're just playing the same teams over and over and over again, and it just doesn't seem like it's really a league, but it becomes a league. And now there are how many teams in the NHL?
You think like just doing the same thing over and over again would be boring and repetitive after a while.
Exactly.
People would just duck out.
Speaking of that, a comedy tonight, but how many teams in the league now? Is it 30?
32.
32 teams in the league. And I remember, and I think you looked this up for me. I couldn't for the life, not in 67, I was 9 years old. And I was a huge sports as your whole life, just sports fan. I remember watching the Minnesota North Stars against another expansion team, the St. Louis Blues, in I think it was the semifinals to go to the Cup. It went 7 games. And if I'm not mistaken, and you can maybe double check this for me, maybe you remember, because I think you looked it up for me once before. St. Louis beat Minnesota 2-1 in the final game in overtime. That's how it was devastating. We lost 2-1. And I couldn't figure out how did we get to that point where we almost made it. You would think the expansion clubs would be weak, but I think what they did is they split it up. So they had the expansion teams playing. It was sort of like AFL, NFL in the early days of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it ended up where, and then I think St. Louis ended up going to the finals and probably got drilled by the Canadiens or something like that. But that's how far I go back. So I was always a North Stars fan, and I've tried, and maybe I just don't get it. We talked about this recently. Maybe it was before this season started, late last year. We probably talked about, what haven't we talked about we've been together, what now, 24 years? No, you and I have been together
19 years.
19 years. Think about that. We've watched every NCAA tournament, first 2 rounds together.
State high school hockey tournament.
State high school hockey tournament. You and I watched those together. I wish Channel 4 would do a story on us, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, you brought up the devastating moment, right,
Yeah.
for North Stars.
Mm-hmm.
The Wild really haven't had one of those beyond heartbreak moments, right? Because they haven't advanced far enough in a lot of these series. I think the vast majority of series they've lost in the playoffs, well, 1 have been in the first round, but 2, it wasn't like there was some sort of devastating moment. The only one I can think of is there was 1 year they made it to the second round of the playoffs against the Chicago Blackhawks, and they were in Game 6 at Xcel Center, and that was the one where it was in overtime, and puck hits the stanchion, comes back out right onto Patrick Kane's stick, and he goes to his backhand, shelves it on the goalie's name, who's escaping me right now, the really wacky, weird goalie.
Did Toews get the assist?
I don't know who got the assist, but that was, out of all the years the Wild have had, that might have been one of their best teams. They were playing right with Chicago. You could even argue throughout that series they're maybe the better team. And that's one where they lost a series in a devastating fashion. Other than that, they've lost so many series in 5 games, and, not on an overtime winner. So they haven't had a lot of those just purely devastating moments as a fan. In fact, a lot of the Game 7 moments they've won.
And what I don't understand, they have. They had the one highlight we play all the time that got them to the conference finals.
Conference final, yeah. And then they got swept in the next round.
What I don't understand why that hardcore hockey fans in the state, particularly pro hockey fans, and even more particularly Wild fans, hate the Dallas Stars. I don't know why they hate the franchise. It was the owner that decided to move them. And Norm Green, he doesn't own the team anymore, does he? Is he long gone?
I don't think so.
So my point is, I'm not suggesting the Dallas Stars should be your favorite team. I'm not even saying they should be your second favorite team. I still think of them kind of as our team a little bit. I really do. I know they're not, but that was Norm who decided that the players didn't want to move. I don't think anybody that worked for the organization wanted them to move. So
Norm is still alive, huh?
Is he still alive? But he does not own the club.
90 years old.
Yeah, there's no way he owns the club. So anyway, I think if you hate the Dallas Stars, I think you should reconsider. I really truly do.
I still hate them.
Yeah, I know you do, and I don't.
They have Neil Broughton's jersey hanging in the rafters down there at American Airlines Center. That should be ours. That should be up in our rafters, not in your rafters.
Yeah, but that's not their fault. That's Norm Green's fault. You should dislike Norm, not the franchise. For instance, I guess if you're a Washington Senators fan from the olden days, do you hate the Minnesota Twins now?
Maybe.
If you were a Houston Oilers fan, do you hate the Nashville? Do you hate that now?
I guess we don't really hate the LA Lakers, but I think it's just because it's so far removed for me.
Well, the other one is still far removed, but not as far. I get that. But I will not have the hatred for the teams that have left. We'll do this. We will pause and come back for the Victory Formation segment. That's next here on The Fan.
Join Forgotten Star Brewing in Fridley as they support the Destination Asheville project to help those affected by Hurricane Helene. Drop off your donations of new or like-new items at their tap room in Fridley until November 30th. And let's show the Asheville community that what Minnesota Nice is all about. Get a full list of details now at ForgottenStarBrewing.com. Keyword destination Asheville.
Would you be willing to give to take calls if I give away a pair of tickets, even though you don't have it in promo suite? If I just okay it,
Yeah.
I mean, you can throw me under the bus.
I'm just going to hand it to you.
Yeah, that's all I want you to do.
I just never have the exact information either. So
well, all you need to tell them is it's the 9:30 show tonight.
Well, it said 9 o'clock when we were doing it the rest of the week.
No.
It said doors open at 8:30, show at 9. That's what we've been reading so far.
If you look it up, I guarantee it says show.
I'm just saying that's what has been written in promo suite all week. So that's what I've been telling the listeners.
Look what it says on promo suite right now. I guarantee you gave them the wrong number.
You got to go back earlier in the week.
It's 9:30. Well, anyways, as you look for that, it is 9:30 start. I thought that was late myself, but they have to clear the room to get the dinner plates out of the way and blah, 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 blah. So we're doing 2 shows tonight. Meat Sauce, myself, and Larry Mondello Guy. We're going to be at Rockwoods. We've not played Rockwoods before. The Rockwoods Comedy Club. And
yeah, in promo suite it says doors open at 8:30, show at 9.
oh, does it really? I think the show's
Well, you still might be right. It could have been whoever put it in promo suite might have put it in wrong.
I think the show's at 9:30. Well, either way, show up early. Doors open at 8:30. Get there 8:30.
Show up now.
If we go at 9, we go at 9. I could have swore it was 9:30, but nevertheless, here's what we want you to do. Be the 11th caller, and only if you really want to go. I know you're hearing giveaways, so you call up. If you really don't want to go to the show, there might be 2 people that have nothing else to do in their lives and would like to go. So be the 11th caller at 1-800-320-5326. 1-800-320-5326. 11th caller will receive tickets to see the Flop, Sweat, and Tears show tonight at Rockwoods. It's Meat Sauce, myself, and Larry Mondello Guy. It's the late show up at, and if you want to buy tickets, if you don't win them here, rockwoodsmn.com. Rockwoodsmn.com would be the website, and purchase your tickets there. So Tennessee will look for that 11th caller. Meanwhile, there were a couple of things, and I'm going to need Tenna for a couple of these things, but while he answers the phone, I'll tap dance with something else. What I want to talk to him about is...
rockwoodsmn.com, by the way, does confirm what you were saying. 8:30 doors open, 9:30 show.
It's a 9:30 show. I mean, I would go ahead and start at 9. It gets me home a half hour early, but you know what? The show must go on, so we will go... we will go whenever they say, and they're saying 9:30 tonight. So again, hope to see you there tonight. Even if you don't win tickets, we'd love to see you there at the Rockwoods Comedy Club up in Otsego. We were talking Wolves, or Wild, that is. Wolves are back in action tonight. If you call it action, they've been struggling, to say the least. I think they're on a 3-game losing streak right now. And 2 of those losses were to the Portland Trailblazers, which I think it was either Chris Hine or Johnny Krasinski or somebody wrote when talking about the Blazers. I just love what they wrote. They said they're 2 years away from being 2 years away, and we lost to them both nights. At the end of the second game, even Ant said, I don't have any answers. I don't even know what to tell you. Tonight, the Wolves are in Sacramento. They're in Sac, as the kid used to like to say, to take on the Kings at 1:00. They have a better record we do. They're 7-5. They're 7th in the NBA on offensive efficiency, whatever that means. They've got, I guess it would be every team seems to have their version of a big 3. And that would be Fox, DeRozan, and Sabonis. Sabonis is second in the league in rebounding, 12.6 a game. Wolves, as we mentioned, have been struggling as of late. The last game, Ant just wasn't the same. He's getting he's a volume shooter, so he gets points, I think, is the way it works. But I think he was like 0 for 9 from three-point range. So playing Sac tonight, I'm not sure where that game is headed, but I'm predicting until the Wolves start playing like they're supposed to, professional basketball, instead of like playing D-League or old man's league pickup basketball, open gym, then I'm going to continue to pick against them. This text message came in, Tennessee, to the Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line. It reads as follows. It says, the Wild are good and we're happy for them, but everyone has been pining for an update on the team everyone's talking about. How is Coach Molesky's squirt hockey team doing? And does he plan to carry on his tradition of having a bag skate at 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning?
Obviously.
So you'll have the bag skate.
Yeah.
How is the squirt team doing?
We have our first actual game Monday night.
Monday night.
In Baldwin, Wisconsin.
Oh, you actually travel a little bit.
Well, so all the Western Wisconsin teams, because we're in the northeast part of the Twin Cities, they're all in our district. So we're going to have a lot of travel. So I got to get to Baldwin for a 5:30 game Monday night. So that's going to be a challenge to get the kids out of school and get them over there in time.
Trust me, when Deuce played in Woodbury Soccer, whatever he was playing in, I don't remember what this association or that association, the WAA, the WBA, the FBI, the CIA, the BBC, BB King, Doris Day, Max Busby. We would travel over to West. We'd go over to Eau Claire to play soccer. The drive there and back was longer than the game. Seriously,
yeah.
It just was. The drive there and back was longer than the game.
We're gonna have some 50-minute hour. Yeah, we got River Falls in our district. Obviously, we got Hudson.
Yeah.
I forget the other name.
Eau Claire is almost like a 90-minute drive, I think. Might be 90, maybe even 90. Yeah, about 90. We, there was one, Pete was playing for Sizzle, AAU basketball, Big Sizz. Coach at the time was Larry Suggs, Jalen's dad, right? Larry was a great basketball player for Woodbury High School, apparently. I didn't know that until I got to know him a little bit, but we went to, where's the water park capital of the world in Wisconsin? What's it called?
Wisconsin Dells.
Wisconsin Dells. We had 2 times we had to go play in Wisconsin Dells. We drive to Wisconsin Dells, and I'm not making this
up.
Was
that 3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours. And I don't mean any disrespect to the teams we played, but they were like 2 or 3 notches below ours. It was like, why are we even
Waste
here?
Your time.
I mean, we're winning games, and it gets to the point where after a while, it's even like, okay, let's pass the ball around a little bit and not shoot right away. Because you don't want to rub anybody's nose in it. But, did you see the high school coach snap back at people? Football coach here locally?
No.
Oh, where is it? Let me see if I can find the story.
What happened?
Well, I don't know if I can find. What happened was his club got eliminated, and on the way, they've been scoring during the regular season, they were scoring they had one game where they scored 90 points, another one 80, another 70. I wish I could find the story now. God, what team was it? And there were people accusing them of running up the score. And he was saying, I'm tired of hearing that. He said, I'm playing my starters for a quarter.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not trying to run it up. He goes, sometimes it just is up to the other team to make a tackle once in a while. So in other words, he claims he was trying to back down, that he wasn't going, let's get 90 up there. Let's show everybody what a power we are. He claims there was nothing we could do about it. The other team needs to try to stop us. And I suppose that does happen, right?
Well, I was going to bring that up. I mean, I don't know what coach you're talking about. I haven't seen any of their games, but
Mountain Iron Buell.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing your second and third stringers when you get out to a good lead, and you're not throwing the ball, if you're just still handing the ball off every time, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Kneel down? What do you expect them to do? They still got to play the game.
Yeah, they do. Where's the quote? No, I can't find it. Did they change the story on me? Sitting at the microphone in the news conference following Mountain Iron Buell's 26-20 loss to Hills Beaver Creek, Rangers head coach Dan Zubich was asked if his team was prepared for a close game after a season of blowouts. Zubich took the opportunity to address critics who had accused him during the season of running up the score on opponents. Rangers averaged 66 points a game. surpassing 90 once, 80 twice, and 70 twice. He said, it's terrible. You have guys that get taken out early and don't play. Everybody's like, oh, fire the coach. They run up the score. That's all they do. Zubich said his starters rarely played much in the second half. Our running back only carries it 3 times. The quarterback only twice. You tell me how I ran up the score. I'm sick of hearing this whiny stuff. How do you get 91 points? Well, when you never get tackled, you can get 91 points. We play whole second halves running time, and we still get in. And you can't ask for kids to fall down, right?
Yeah.
Just he had a really good club. Oh, there was a time. This was one early in Baby Brother Peter's AAU career, playing for Blast Hoops, right? We go up to, might have been Monticello. I don't remember exactly. Might have been Monty. I come walking into the gym with Pete, and the coach looks at me like he's seeing a ghost. He goes, we're in trouble. He goes, why? He goes, we got put in the wrong tournament. We were an A team. We were playing C teams. Parents were coming up to the coach. You came up here just to rub our noses in it. All you care about is, he's trying to explain to him, no. And we did the same thing. It was like, we got to pass the ball 10, 12 times before we shoot.
Yep.
Because, when we got up in the second game, 28-0, I left the gym. I couldn't watch anymore. And the other teams were furious. And it's like, we somehow got put, and the same thing has happened on the other end. We played a tournament against King's Christian something or other. I don't know what they were. The shortest guy on their team was taller than the tallest guy on our team. Same thing. They got put in the wrong tournament. They were an A team, and they were spectacular. Round robin. By winning the round robin, there's 4 of us. By winning the second most games, we got the privilege of playing them again a second time. And this time, instead of losing by 74, I think we only lost by 64.
Ooh, improvement.
Yeah. I was proud of Baby Brother Peter because the coach said, do you guys want to play this game, or should we just say, let's all just go home? And Pete goes, let's play him. Let's go after him.
Yeah.
Let's go play him. Because you can't get, I would rather, how do you feel about this? Would you rather have the team that's overmatching the other club and play the game, or would you rather be the overmatched club and play the game? See, I'd rather be the overmatched club.
Yeah.
Because I think you can learn something there, right? It's like, okay, this team's really good. We got to do everything. Let's try some things to at least slow them down so they don't score as many as we think. And let's run some plays and let's see if we can score on these guys. Yeah, they're good. We're not going to win the game, but let's go out and play them. Whether if you're the team that's going, oh my gosh, we're going to kill these guys. Guys, don't try too hard. Try to hold back a little bit. We can't, we got to be careful.
Well, in hockey, and you just mentioned it, in hockey, you'll hear that all the time where a team's blowing another one out and they'll do the old, all right, we need to make 3 passes before we score a goal. And I always think to myself, well, that's almost more disrespectful than trying to score the goal. Right? Like, you got a guy on a breakaway and he doesn't attempt to score and wants to make a pass to someone else. Like, I get the intention behind it.
Yeah.
And you don't want guys just handling going one-on-one. You do want them playing team, but to intentionally pass in a situation where you've got an easy scoring chance, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
There's never any easy answers on these situations.
What's the outlook for your club?
I have no idea.
What do you think? You think you got a lot of talent on the club?
It's hard to it's hard to compare at that level to other associations. Because it's also too, at the B level, some associations might not have an A team. Some associations might have multiple B level teams. So you never know what level. Like even the Baldwin team we're playing on Monday, I think that's their top team, just because they only have 2 teams total. We have 7 teams, but we are not near the top team. So you might end up facing a team might face a team that's got like 1 or 2 A-level players, and all of a sudden we got to try to slow down an A-level player, right? But I would say the group of kids is phenomenal. We've hit the jackpot as coaches in terms of just kids that are good kids that listen and want to get better, and so very, very fortunate. I think it could be a very fun season.
When's your first game?
Monday night.
What time is it again?
5:30.
Where at?
In Baldwin.
Oh, what a bad break for me. What? That is on the eastern side of town.
Well, it's a little farther east.
Yeah, but it's at least, it's not like I'm
for you, it's probably like a 25, 30 minute drive.
It's not like I'm coming from Maple Grove. Maybe I'll come over Monday night. What time?
5:30 in Baldwin.
I think I might go see that game. I've come to see you before.
We'll play a lot more games that are closer to you.
When you were coaching Coon Rapids, I went to a game of yours.
Did you?
Don't you remember?
I remember you going to the...
I think you guys, you were in Woodbury. I think you even
That's
won.
probably the biggest blowout we had in my tenure.
I think you won. I think I was the good luck charm.
They were accusing us of running up the scores, what they were doing that day.
I think I was the... Of course, there wasn't... I do wonder about you, what you would do if your team got way up, because you were the guy that hit a home run when there was a 3 home run.
Well, I wasn't trying.
Oh, of course you weren't. You were trying to show up.
I was trying to hit the ball opposite field.
All right. I'll have to take your
And
word.
it did go opposite field, just over the fence.
I think, I know this oversimplifies, but it sounds like Tennessee can play defense a little bit. The offense really struggles. Right? Is it Will Levis?
Yes.
So
They got one receiver in Calvin Ridley that's been doing all right. Their running game is pretty mediocre with Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears.
So if our defense continues to play like it is, I would think it would be difficult for Tennessee. I mean, I know it's the NFL and they could throw 49 up on us, but more than likely they're going to have trouble scoring. Their defense is pretty solid. So I think
it's going to be like a 20-9 type game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be low scoring.
That's what I'm thinking. It's
Both
going to be one of
offenses
those.
are going to struggle.
Yeah, it's not like I would expect the Vikings to win. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a blowout or the offense is going to be like a juggernaut, just because we have been struggling offensively because Darnold's penchant for turning the ball over. If he changes that, then maybe the Vikings could score a few more points than we think. But it might be one of those field goal kicker gets a lot of work again. We'll have to wait and see. Bears and are they playing the Packers?
Yes, they got the Packers.
Is that at Curly or at Soldier?
Oh, by the way, the Vikings injury report came out.
Okay.
Very healthy.
Oh, good.
They have a lot of guys listed, but the only player that's going to be out, and he's been out for a while, is Gabe Murphy, outside linebacker with a knee injury. But Darnold had shown up on the injury report with that right hand. He's good to go. Aaron Jones, Cam Robinson, both good to go. And then like Ivan Pace, Andrew Van Ginkel, Josh Oliver, Theo Jackson, Blake Cashman, they're all in. The only 2 that didn't practice yesterday, Harrison Smith and Stephon Gilmore, but that was rest related.
Old guys, veterans deserve a little time off.
Basically, everyone's in for this game.
Is that at Curly or Soldier? Do you know?
Well,
the Green Bay Chicago game.
That one's at Chicago.
And despite the fact that it's at Chicago, 2 weeks ago, Tennessee would have been 3 weeks ago. I'd have picked the Bears. Now I can't pick the Bears. They've just been awful, right? Last 2-3 weeks, it's just been. They lost to the Patriots, right?
Yes, 19-3.
Yeah, that's not good. So I'll take Green Bay in that one. I'll take Minnesota. I think Detroit wins. I mean, it's hard not. It's hard. I've never been in this territory before, I guess, except in last year. But I just can't see. They're playing who we just played, Jaguars.
Jacksonville. The Jaguars.
I just can't see the Jaguars springing an upset. And I think it's at Litterbox, is it not?
14-point favorites.
It's a cat fight, and I think that 14 is probably about right.
What if Jared Goff starts throwing interceptions again?
Well, that's it. He could. Goff could be off. He was off last week, and if that happens again, yeah, they could be in some trouble. But I didn't see much of the Jaguars. And again, the Trevor Lawrence guy's out again. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, they got no shot.
Yeah, they got no shot. Well, Tennessee, it's been fun this week. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Great job.
Yeah, you as well. Good luck on Monday, but we'll talk to you about that again. Maybe we could have a scouting report. Should we do a montage for your squirt club? Might be worth it. Do an AI. We should do that. Do an AI just for the song. We don't need the highlights, but you could just say squirt team, first game of the season, blah, blah, see what they come up with.
Let's get it started. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, there you go. We enjoyed our visit with you. We'll talk to you again on Monday at 12 noon. Stick around. Big Ticket, along with Brett Blakemore. He's in for JG. They're next here on The Fan.
Good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are.
Well, you live by the dog, you die by the dog.
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.